The pictures, of course, can't do justice to the sheer nastiness of what was left in these pools. A cocktail of toxic industrial waste made on a ship thousands of kilometres away, but dumped in the open at sites around Abidjan. Photographs do give some idea of the suffering caused, though. Rashes, burns, vomiting, respiratory problems. More than 100,000 people sought medical help. At least 15 people died. After a 3-year-long investigation, Amnesty International and Greenpeace have produced a report calling for a number of things.
Full accountability of the company in the first place, which means a prosecution in the United Kingdom. If there was any possibility that the government of Côte d'Ivoire could review the legal agreement to remove the immunity that it gave the company from prosecution, that would be desirable also, but obviously probably very, very difficult. And a proper long-term health study and information disclosed to the victims and adequate compensation for all that they have been through.
Transfigura's response is a letter contesting the investigation's methods. We believe the report contains significant inaccuracies and misrepresentations, it said. The report oversimplifies difficult legal issues, analyses them based on ill-founded assumptions, and draws selective conclusions. Nevertheless, Transfigura did pay out $45 million in compensation 3 years ago, and a Dutch court found them guilty of illegally exporting waste. But it's the assurance that exposure to the toxic chemicals won't have far-reaching impacts that many victims say they want.
We haven't had any side effects so far, but we're still very worried because we don't know what effects it may produce in the long term, and we haven't had any medical tests.
Transfigura is a very private company. There's not much to suggest that this building is their London base. What this report does is suggest that it's still perfectly possible for international companies like Transfigura to get away with doing things in poor countries they'd be absolutely forbidden from doing in rich ones. It was cheaper and easier, say Amnesty and Greenpeace, for Transfigura to dump deadly chemicals in Africa than have them properly disposed of in Europe. They want such cynicism to be prosecuted, and if that's not possible, they at least want to make sure it never happens again. Rory, Challands, Al Jazeera, London.